Hello? Oh, it's hot. Oh no. Okay. What do you mean use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less? What? I thought I fixed that. Hi guys. Sorry, I went to go get water. There's no reason for it to be 90 degrees when it's 10 a.m. Crazy. Okay. I want to see the sun right now. Alright. Hey guys. We're finishing the Jurassic Park Europe map. This will not be available for download because it is modded. Um, and I don't really want to have to think about what mods I used in this because I used a lot. And honestly, this map itself is broken. Every time I try to save, I have to like actually exit out of the game and then reopen the game and then load the save and then load it like that. So it's a little bit annoying. So, kind of happy to be done with this, but at the same time, it all has to do with one of the mods that I used in this, but it's like an alright, I guess, kind of thing. But yeah, today we are working on the aviary. So you can see that we have our little rafts going through them. And we're gonna be doing a lot of like rock placements. Now at the end of yesterday's stream, we were having issues with our marine reptiles, like their names not showing, and it was just showing like a box. That fixed. That's nice. That is interesting. I think that's the out. I think that's the wall from this side. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah. Let me move all this like kinetic sand that I have on my desk. I've been using it for I've been using it for what do you call it? Fidgeting. Oh, okay. Um, I don't know what a keyframe thing is. YouTube is getting on my YouTube is being annoying about keyframes, and I honestly don't know how to find that in Streamlabs. Oh well. All right. All right. I am just gonna completely ignore that. Let me get my Discord link and actually share that because I'm kind of slacking on that. Copy that. And message. All right. Cool. Let's actually get into the stream now. So we have our boats going around. We're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be doing the amenity area over here. I don't really want to do like this little grass plus sign thing that we have right here. I feel like that's too generic. I kind of mixed it up over here a little bit more. You know, we have like a back little alleyway over here next to two buildings, and we have like a big kind of walkway up front for them to go through, and then we have our chairs and our umbrellas. So I kind of want to do something different than that, and I feel like I always just stick to, oh, let's just have a plus sign and then have a building on each one of these corners. I feel like I shouldn't be doing that. I want to add a hotel somewhere, and I think I might do it in the area right here. I think that was the plan. We were going to set up the this one, the lodge. We can also set up another one down here. We're gonna have to go ahead and do that. Now, I do kind of want to decorate a little bit of the raft area a bit. Um, I want to add some rocks, so I think I'm gonna do that after. I do have a strict time on this stream though as well. I'm hoping to be done by noon, which is an hour and a half away. And if you guys know anything about me streaming, I usually spend an hour or two more than what I want to spend streaming because I'm like so invested in like the actual build itself. I remember it's specifically this save or this build. I This is the build that tends to go over when it comes to creating everything on it, which is funny. Um, but this is like the first actual park in a while that I've made that's not like a facility. Can I remove that? No, I can't. So what we're gonna do here is we are going to keep the center part as like rocky. Now I know some of our we actually need a hatchery. I believe it's this one. Okay. Okay. We also need a hatchery, so that's gonna be here. We can honestly put this back here somewhere. We can put it as far back as this. I don't think right here will be okay. But we have to watch out for the side of this to make it look. It's fine. Yeah. And we can just honestly have like a dirt path going to this. We don't need anything specific. Oh, that's the blue tour. Okay. Cool. So we could have this. We're gonna put this right here because we want to place down the hotel. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna be doing the forest because I know some of these dinosaurs might want, or some of these flying reptiles might want the forest. Um, and all I have planned is rocks, so that's gonna be a little bit interesting, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. Okay, let's add this here. Nice. Now where is our entrance for this building? It is right there. All right. So honestly, we could have this go. Mm, do we want to have it go far? We don't want to. Here, let's place this down right here. Let's select it with this real quick. All right. That is crazy, Emoga. Okay. Let's move this around. I don't want this to be too close to the edge. Also we have to be careful about this side because we don't want it to like actually go out of the enclosure. Hello? Hi. Hi, Moko. Ugly little rat. Okay. Is this okay? How would this look from... This would be okay. This would be okay. Right? And then we're gonna add in our pathway. And now I know this pathway might not specifically be a good idea, as they say like 50 million times in Jurassic Park 3. But we're gonna do it anyways. Why not? Okay. I'm gonna touch this right here. I am going to stop looking at my stream health because it keeps giving me errors, and I've been trying to fix that error for like the past 10 streams. All right. Um, we can attach this right here. Honestly, let's just make it straight. All right, we can pretend that that's something. Now, remove this forest here. Okay, let's actually redo the paths up here. So this is our cruise. So let's do a little banner for the cruise. Car lodge, okay. We can set this a little bit closer. Let's honestly put it like right here. Is this backwards? This is backwards. Good thing I realized that. All right, we can put this right here. Have this be like a sectioned off area. I'm not gonna add this for our tennis court. Okay. Do we have something? We can give it a little bit of a JP3 vibe over here with our fencing. Make this area look like the aviary entrance, like where the spino breaks through the wall. We can do something like that. Where's my dog at? Yes, please like and subscribe. And join the Discord. It is on the, it's the pinned comment, pinned in the chat. If you guys would like to join the Discord. Free, you can suggest builds there. I'll see them pretty much immediately. Because YouTube comments decide to bug out for some reason every once in a while. So that's my case there. So if you guys want to leave a build suggestion, please leave it in the Discord. And yeah, and you can see all of the propaganda that Umoga spreads about certain Jurassic Park movies. No? Okay. My dog is like freaking out right now because I think my sister's using the blender. All right. I need to figure out what I want to do for this. Now, don't really like this edge over here. We could make this like a fountain, right? So we could put a fountain in the center right here. Turn off. So we can actually have some background noise. The fountains, are they just all the way up here? They are, okay. Okay, so we have our generic ones. We can deal with those. I know we have some more. Somewhere. No? Did I skip over them? I think I skipped over them. Here they are. We have a mosasaur, and we have some more rigid, some more little generic fountains. We could add a thing in the center here. I want to see, can we add this and put this, or is that... That's so small. What are you doing walking there? What? Yeah, we could do something like that. Let's move it a little bit closer to the center. I'm not going to be specific about this, but I'm going to move this closer to the center. Okay. I hope everyone's having a good day. Yesterday, I went to the aquarium for my birthday. Kind of nice. Kind of cool. Let's add a bathroom here. What restrooms am I using for this? I am using the Jurassic World ones. Okay. Oh, wow. The restrooms are a lot bigger than I remember. Okay. Hold on. Let's actually make this not a functional restroom. Let's use the little shack that they give us from the movie. In this period. Yeah. Let's use this one. Okay. We can attach this right here. Paint this to be some dirt. And let's add some rocks. I keep forgetting the rocks are in this menu. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we have some of our decorations for our... Yeah, poles. Here we go. Nice. All right, let's add another like layer on this outside. We could use the... Do we want to use the dirt, or do we want to stick with this? We might want to stick with this. Okay. Like this. Bring this down a little bit more. So we could have more space in the back than there is in the front. What? Oh God, what are you talking about? Emoga, I've been wanting to do another challenge mode type of series on the channel. But like not live, obviously, so I can make all the mistakes without you criticizing me. I think over here what we can do is I'd rather not have us make it go that way. Here, let's just do this entire side. Because the dirt is already coming our way from the aviary as it is. Yeah, I can't wait for Evolution 3. So I can actually kind of get started on something new and like keep it going the entire time the game is out. Okay. Cool. Now we need something in the center here. We could Can we add a little bit of water here? I don't think we can add water here. Maybe we can, actually. Okay, it's very specific on where it wants to be placed. Is this going through the building? Okay, well, luckily we can make this seem like it wants to go over here. Add some rocks underneath here. Jeez, that is huge. Why is this? I just noticed that a lot of these rocks are like as tall as a person. Wait, huh. That's kind of interesting. Okay, we bring this to dirt. Now, should I? Hold on, what? I need to go to the build suggestion again. Which one is GP Europe? Imoga, did you only specifically suggest two flying guys here? Why isn't this connected? Oh, this entire place. Oh, right. I didn't actually finish this area right here. I felt like I'm doing multiple things at once. Hold on. Let me just not do that. Let's give this area kind of the theme of Rocky. So we're just gonna honestly make this seem like it's a cliffy area. And we're gonna surround this whole entire area with the rocks. Let's see if we can either bring our terrain. Hold on. I think I should just do rocks. Again, this is way too high as well, by the way. What level do we want this to be at? Here? Do it right here. Okay. All right. Take down these trees. And honestly, we can bring this. Right, this is as high as it goes in here. We could bring this in here to give it kind of like a AC area for this entrance of the. Oh, they're stopped because they can't move. Okay. Okay, so this area might be the area with our trees. Now, this would make sense why this is a cliff on this side of the lagoon over here. Right? And that honestly might work a little bit too. Back to this. That's grass. We need to remove that. Okay. Same thing with this. Okay. Now let's grab our palm trees again and bring them up here. Up higher. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can because of the border of the aviary. So I'm gonna have to place those manually. I'll do that in a bit because I don't want to mess up the menu because it starts spamming the tabs on the menu for some reason. So I'm just gonna avoid doing that. I will be placing rocks all along here though on both of these sides up until this what's it called, viewing gallery, to give it an entrance and some rocks that our species can actually perch on. That's gonna be one of these. You are in. Are you stuck here? Oh, you're stuck. Like you're stuck. Okay. I don't think we can get something to you. I'm gonna assume that we can't get something to you. Let's see how this goes. Oh boy. Is it you? I can't get through this, can I? Wait. I wanna test something. This guy's probably gonna die, but I wanna test something. Can I take this out? I wanna take this out. Is there like a natural like border that this can't go up higher than the... Hold on. I don't think I can get this up higher than the actual water. No, I don't think I can. Damn. Look at it. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to make another one of these guys then. Wait, he's actually moving though. You're okay now? You're okay now. Okay, well, I didn't need to make him then anyways, I guess. Yeah. So let's finish this area over here. And then we're moving to the actual enclosure. Okay, so we want to go big rocks on the sides here. We want to hide this mountain from everything. Okay. Again, we want to give this like a different looking environment than the one that is just normally everywhere, which is the forest. And we're just using these rocks as like a placement. So this is supposed to not even be real. This is supposed to be like a Disneyland type thing where you just all of a sudden. Actually, hold on. Let's take down these tree or rocks up top here, and let's put some forest down up here instead. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay, and then on this side, we're gonna do something smaller. We're not gonna actually bring up the terrain that much. We're gonna select the rocks we just placed and move them up a little bit. Yeah. Cool. Now, everything right here, we are going to actually have to put rocks for, just to hide it. Okay. And then on this outside right here, what we can do is we can take some water. Right. And make it like a little waterfall. And then over here, we can just honestly put some palm trees. We're gonna need to... Okay. We can do some sand probably around here. Some sand over here. I thought put sand on this edge of the river. Did I not? I mean, obviously I didn't, but I thought I did. I think I may have mixed it with the dirt too much. Oh god, the placing of the paint objects now is kind of slow too. Okay. Okay. We have this going now. This doesn't need to be any type of sand over here. We can honestly just keep the grass. All right. Are the balloons actually working? No, they're not. The ones going up are obviously okay. Never mind. Obviously, they're not. The ones going up usually work. The ones coming down usually don't. Have I played Prehistoric Kingdom? I have, I think, 1 or 2 videos on the channel when it first came out a few years ago, but they didn't do so good because of this game. So I kind of stopped. But I've been recently playing it a lot more to prepare myself for Evolution 3. Hi. Hi. Um so I was thinking of making videos on that again just to have some like something different. Um as like it wasn't really a priority. Um to like actually make a video on it, but I have been playing it. Let's bring this over here and bring this over here. We wanna, I mean, this would make the most sense, and we can do like something along the line of like another fountain maybe, or seating area over here. We could do something like that. I know I said we were gonna do amenities. Um, the way I'd probably have to, the way I probably would have to do that is something right here and something right here up here. Um, but let's just continue working on the aviary and let's do the amenity stuff towards the end of the stream. Let's get our waterfall. Is it 2? Um, it's 3. It is 2. This is gonna look either very weird or it's just not gonna make sense. This is a very big waterfall. Yeah, this rotation is kind of. What is this? Oh, it's because of the angle, huh? Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Let's just bring you down. Let's not work on the rotation right now. Let's just put you into place first, because that was kind of interesting. Okay, now I have no idea where the peak of this is. I have a feeling I'm making it. Why does it feel like it's in the ground? Okay, now we're just spraying it across the entire area. Um, okay. So we're gonna remove this and place it somewhere else so we can actually we're gonna place it on the correct axis that we need because I am not dealing with that right now. Um, let's do what we did for our rebirth build and take our there. Take this. Now if I'm correct, it'd be this angle. No, it's not this angle. Okay. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Okay, it's this angle. All right. Hopefully. I can get the waterfall now. Is this not the correct? It might have to be the other way. Let's try this. Oh, this is going forward. Okay. How do we want to do this? Because we want it to go more straight down. I think we can deal it with this. I think that'll work. The only issue is that we have this upper part right here that we might have to hide with trees. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Because our issue is we want to use the top of the waterfall. But it's just like, you know, it's very fast for some reason. Um hold on. This is annoying me a little bit. Let's bring this down. This will work. This will work. Yeah. Okay. We have our little waterfall here now. Let's add some little splashes. Okay. Take this one. Let's bring it down so it like kind of doesn't look that intense. The waterfall does feel like it's on 3 speed for some reason. Okay. Now let's add some rocks on our sides. All right, cool. Let's add our trees up here now. Oh, wow. It's okay that we can't place any. We just want the vegetation on the ground. Let's remove the trees that are in the rocks because this isn't the case here. We don't want the trees in the rocks. We're kind of just destroying. Where is your... Oh, are you one of the ones that was placed by the big tree over here? There you go. I don't want to open that menu because it's going to break everything. Right, I guess. Okay. We have all of our trees here now that we can use. these bigger trees at? That is huge. I mean, that's what we want, but damn. Alright. Cool. We're just hiding this entire area now with trees. A tree here. Alright, cool. Now for this area, what I wanted to do was... I forgot. Can the balloons go over the fence? Are any of our tracks going over fences? They are. Okay, so they should be able to. Theoretically, they should be able to. Oh wait, this isn't even the right fence. Where is it? There you go. Okay, we'll deal with this later when we come back to this. Okay, so this whole area is pretty much completed for our aviaries, kind of like decorative plaza area. We want to actually make this a bit more dirty. That works. Okay. All right. Cool. Now over here, let's add some sand because some of them are going to want sand. Now thinking about this is going to be interesting because I think we are going to completely ignore this section right here and bring this up, making it so the kind of rocks continue, but we're gonna have it that the forest takes over towards this area right here, and it's gonna continue, and maybe we can hide this with rocks. So have it come back, I think, back here. I don't know, we'll see about this. Okay, so rocks all the way over here, rocks all the way over here. Maybe we can do a little rock sculpture thing in the middle. So there's going to be a lot of rocks being placed here. I do want to go ahead and place down our trees first so we can get them out of the way. We can't place any trees over here. I think this should be good. the ones that are kind of going down the cliff, I can probably cover them with rocks, so it's probably fine. So let's just place down some. Wait, actually, for that, let's do the rocks first. So we're gonna make this easy on ourselves, and we are going to be taking these ones, the second biggest ones, and just applying them all along this edge. And then the ones that are kind of either too big or just seem out of place, we will be moving them either higher or lower or more into the mountain or something, or hill. So we're just going to keep placing these and kind of create like a draft, I guess, of what we want this to look like, and then finalize it after we place all these rocks down. So we have our building materials pretty much here already set. And then maybe we want to add a big rock right here. And I said we wanted to actually bring this to the edge because our water vehicles will be floating into this because it's flying, like it's hovering over the thing. Okay. Place a few more. Let's see how this looks with our vehicle entering. Make sure it's not hitting any of the rocks. Good. I wonder if I could bring this down individually. I can, but it breaks it. Okay, that's interesting. I could also add a bridge there. See about that. Okay, let's bring our rocks down a little bit for the ones that need brought down. Up, out, down. This one out, in more. Okay. I mean, a lot of these rocks seem to be good. There are just a few that stick out more than the others. Oh, yeah, they all look good. Okay. Move on to this side now. Yeah. I will be starting a few new series on this channel, and a few new builds. This is my last, like, one that I have to be done with soon. I finished the other two, which were the Biosyn and the Rebirth. The Rebirth video is going to be coming out Thursday. On Tuesday, we're going to have a new series. It's going to be one of the build suggestions. I don't know which one yet, so we're going to have to take a look at that real quick. But I want to get away from the tropical vibes because a lot of our builds lately have been tropical, right? We've had JP Europe, we've had Rebirth one, and it's like the Biosyn one was nice because it was just different to do. So I'm gonna move away from the tropical one, or at least I'm gonna do probably one tropical one, and then the other two are not gonna be tropical biomes. Okay, honestly, this doesn't look that bad. I was expecting to look a lot worse. I do want to bring this all the way along here though. Okay. I did say I wanted to bring this all the way to this edge over here. Go ahead and do that. We're gonna want to put some rocks up along here for placement. We might want to circle this around over here. Okay. And we want to take the rocks that we placed on the inside of here. Bring them up, bring them out maybe. Okay, looks good. Now we just need to add some trees for this and something in the middle here because we do want that center decoration here. I will be right back though. I will be back in like a minute or two. Give me a second. Okay. And we are back. I gotta move this somewhere where I'm not gonna accidentally get it on my desk. Here. There you go. That's a good spot. All right. So now we have to add our trees. Start by adding these ones out here on this. These are definitely not the trees that I want to be adding. Here we go. These ones. I'm gonna bring these down a little bit. Okay. These ones right here. We're gonna move these down. That seems a little bit too big. These ones are better. Um, I swore there were smaller ones. Hmm. I don't want these too close to the edge. Here, we can put this one here. I think that's probably what we're gonna stick with for that one because we don't want them too close to the edge there. These ones we could honestly just stick here. Okay. And then we're gonna fill that area in with actual trees, not just these decorative vegetation ones. Okay. We do want to place some of this stuff down. We have a smaller, yes we do. Okay. And up here it's the same thing. We want to place down a majority of the small ones. Then we want to add some of the big ones. Okay. For this right here, let's put them on the edge. And then we'll decide what we want to do with that later. Okay. I'm going to delete this one. I put too much of the same tree down. Honestly, we can leave that. What is our track looking like? We can actually... And this side can go a little bit more. Alright, cool. Which means we can add like a rock here. Okay, then let's bring this up. rocks are not in decorations, right? That's something I always forget. No, I know we have one that can be used as a platform. Okay. Nice. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Actually was. That's crazy that I was actually able to select that. Okay. I do want them to go through this. Not through this one specifically, but probably through another one, probably on this side. And then right here, let's do some more trees. Hopefully this isn't too... That's fine. Do we have... Oh, we have these. Okay. Cool. So we have kind of like a foresty part, and then we're gonna have some like major rock stuff going on here. I do want to add some vegetation back here. So I'm gonna add some trees so we can have some like of our, so we can have some of the long grass in the background. Yeah. Now we have some of this kind of residue from us placing things, so let's kind of remove that, but leave some of the other stuff there. Okay. Now let's take a look at our track. So right here. Okay. Let's highlight this with sand on the ground, so we know where they do not go. Okay. You guys all the way over here. All right, cool. So this is where we're going to be placing some of our rocks. Now we have to think about where we want to make this little archway for them. We could honestly do it right here. Make it kind of larger. I have to actually see what like angle they enter this turn at. Okay. Cool. So I think we're gonna have a couple large pillars here, made of just rock. So we're gonna have this main one right here. It's gonna have, I think, one and another smaller one here. And then we're gonna have another one right here. Of course, we're gonna put like more rocks, like the smaller ones along this, but this is just for right now for planning, I guess. Um, yeah, we're gonna want to bring this up more. All right. So we have these rocks. And what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to layer it on top of them. Which is gonna probably be annoying with how rock placement works. So I say we just get to it, honestly. See if I can select this rock. If I can't, then I will do this a different way. Probably an easier way of doing this. There definitely is an easier way of doing this. I do want to add a waterfall in here somewhere. Don't know where I would put it though. I could probably put something back here. Or honestly, I can. Wouldn't make sense coming. It can just be a little design that the man made. I don't know. I'll think about it. That is not what I wanted. All right. Let's do this the way that I love to do this, actually. Okay. Bring this up. This will probably not be enough clearance for this. Yeah, they go through it. I think it's higher than. Okay. We'll add the two rocks here for the flat top. Okay. Okay, cool, that works. Oh shoot. I just realized I have less than like 15 minutes to actually do this. Um, I could probably go like 10 over. So let's yeah, try to get this done. I didn't even look at the time yet. What did I say though? What did I say? Most of the time I'm gonna go over in my streams, which is crazy. And it's usually this park. Okay. I think we want to start using the smaller ones now. Okay. Kind of use this to smooth it out a bit on some of these like rigid corners. Oh wait, this isn't even supposed to be here. Hold on. Those aren't even supposed to be there. This is for this. Okay. Bring this a little bit in more. All right. Cool. Now let's select which rocks was it? Was it this one? I think it was this one. That we just laid down flat. Yeah. Okay. Take this. Put you on top of here. Okay. Does this go through any of our rocks? Oh, that one. Is it only that one? Okay. Okay, nice. Now let's take some of our palm trees. Notice I'm looking for palm trees in the rock section. We're not going to talk about that. Good thing Amogo's not here to actually criticize me for that. Take some of our trees here. Honestly, we can take here. Okay, how is that gonna look on it? Oh, nice. Okay. It's still looking good. Now we can take some more palm trees and put them here. Okay, then take some rocks. All right. Now, do we have... Go with you. Can I not actually... Oh, oh. Here we go. down and just lay down right here. I think I want to rotate this. Make this a little bit flatter for this. And then we can place it on that. Okay. Cool. We have our nest there. We can put some eggs in there. Although placing this is going to be kind of annoying. I should have probably placed the eggs on top of the nest and then moved the entire object there. I'm assuming we want to go small. 1, 2, 3. Oh god. Right. Oh god. Oh god. Right. I should have probably placed these somewhere else. So 1, 2. Third one. Three. There we go. Just a little bit of a decoration there, you know? Yeah, this area is looking kind of solid. It's kind of the nicest aviary that I probably ever made. I don't really... Oh, there goes the menu. Okay, yep, the menu is disappearing. Cool. Does that mean our... aren't? Okay. So, Imoga said in the build request that they wanted this one and the one I think that looks like a bat. Okay. Sand. Okay, you guys want sand. You guys are gonna want insects. Okay. I'm gonna set you guys on random though. I feel like that's gonna be the easiest for this. Thank you for subscribing, Ballist. Nice to see you. If you guys are in, if you're in stream, hope you're having a good day. Okay. Let's get these guys going. Honestly, I think these guys. Let's hope these guys aren't gonna be eaten by them, but it's fine. Okay. We have to place fish down. Now I'm gonna place one here. Possibly one here. One over here. Now for our insects. I've actually never used this feeder in my life. Oh no. Okay, I thought he was gonna perch on one of the rocks outside the map. That was gonna be problematic. We want to place this somewhere. Honestly, we could just do it here and replace the replace some of the trees there. So let's place this guy right here. We're gonna want to place some ground leaves, not ground leaves, ground cover. Apparently I can't. Apparently the feeder messes with this too much, apparently. Apparently. Okay. Yeah. Let's make sure that this over here is there. Add a rock or two here. I want a smaller one. That's not small. Okay. That's okay. What was that noise? Oh, that was a dinosaur. I thought it was my dog. Alright, cool. None of you guys are out of the enclosure, right? Alright, cool. Alright, let's release these guys. Jesus Christ. Alright, cool. And the UI is messed up, so we have to ignore that because the same thing happened with our reptiles in the lagoon. So they're gonna be messed up. That's okay. They'll be back when we reload. Alright, cool. So all of these guys are done. And now it's time to decorate this area a little bit more. Here, what we can do here is we can extend this gate over here. But we can open this. Oh god, the UI is so messed up that it thinks that this is the Aviary building. Okay, I will reload the game real quick. So it's gonna take a second. Oh yeah, the game is... Yep. Okay, the game just got crashed because I just tried to load that. Interesting. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Um, Hovering over dinosaurs now works. So it actually works that they are not just randomly just pink dots or purple dots or whatever they're gonna be. So that's good. We will need to replace this thing right here. Now let me destroy this. And let me place down the walkway first. I feel like that's too large. Or like if we do this one better. Or do we wanna, I think we wanna put it like closer this way. Kind of make this the entrance. Oh, like entrance of the area, like something special. Alright. So we wanna bring this out over here. And then bring over here. Cool. Alright, so to hide that this is a different type of fence, I think we want to... I think we're gonna wanna put some thing here or something. And I think I know what I'm gonna put in this position right here, by the way. I think I'm gonna put the Spino statue there. I feel like that's the best option. Okay. Get to select the right pathway. Alright, nice. Open that. Make it look like it works. I don't know if they can actually walk through that or not. I simply don't remember. Okay, let's take our palms. Get some of that vegetation going on over here on the sides. Honestly, I might just delete this part of it. I don't really like how that turned out. And then we can hide this with tree. And then we can take a rock as well, put it like behind it. So we have like a rock tree, you know? All right, and then we can have this continue on this side, make it seem like, you know, maybe the fencing goes beyond that because we kind of did the same thing over here. All right, let's move this one back a bit. We just don't block that. Okay. Honestly, let's just take our sand and put it all along this. Especially underneath the palm stuff. All right, good. Now let's get our decorations. Place our Spino statue. Is there another one that we have from the mod? No. Okay. We're gonna place this here. And we're gonna place some chairs. All right. And then all along this, we're gonna be placing some of our open umbrellas. We're gonna put a closed one there. But then we want to take some benches. Now, I keep forgetting where these benches are. Are they down more? Are they up more? I think there might be up more. I think, oh no, they're there. I'm gonna take some of these benches, put them underneath the umbrellas. These are the benches that our guests sit in, or they appear to be sitting in. Okay, and then we can add some signage. So, this is Jurassic Park. Okay. Okay, all of our guests don't know what to do. That seems about right. I think I'll put them behind our signs. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put them on like both sides or not of our signs. Okay, cool. And then we can have like a one right here and there. Also another one right there. Whoa. Okay. Okay. That's a lot. That's crazy. Make it the balloons. All right. Um, this is an amazing park. Like, this is actually a really good park. Do some finishing touches over here. I was gonna make this all dirt. And then add a whole bunch of palm trees. Kind of forgot about this area entirely. Honestly, this is all I was gonna do for this. Just palm trees and dirt. Actually remove that. Okay, that's our first vehicle complex. Okay, there it is. Cool. I don't know why I have this, honestly. Um, is there water even in there? No. I was gonna put something in there. Let's actually make a pathway up to this now. I'm over my time though, so I'm gonna try to get this done quickly. Okay. Cool. All right. So we have our raft, right? Our raft goes in through the aviary. Can I go in it, please? Thank you. Right. You have all this. It's actually amazing. It goes all the way around. You have multiple areas where you can actually see on the other side. See if there's other like rafts and stuff. Kind of cool. Come out through here. Apparently I can't go through that as a camera guy. I can't go through anything except for the top of this. Wow, excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Jeez. Okay. Then we have our lagoons over here. But it looks like it's just kind of a part of the river a little bit. You know, you look off to the side and you just see all of a sudden, you know, you can probably see a fin or two. I really liked how this area turned out. This area was the one that I was worried about the most because I didn't really have a lot of space. So I really like how it turned out, actually. Oh, but yeah. And the balloon is going crazy. We love that for it. My favorite part has to be these drops right here. These took me a moment to realize what I really wanted to do here. Right, we have our drops and then we have our lifts, right? So it looks like our vehicle is coming up the lift and it's also going down the drop, kind of like a ride, you know? If only we can increase the speed. Obviously, we need to have them go through the Spinosaurus enclosure, right? Okay. And then we have a little bit of a viewing gallery right here in our wall. And that is from our area up here. Right? Kind of cool. And then we have our little area that we can have our guests go and see. Um, Flying reptiles if they didn't want to go on the raft because they were scared or something. I don't know. Then up here, this all up here is just crazy. It's huge. A lot of different like stomps, a lot of different decorations. Right, we have another little walled off area, right, for Megalosaurus. Little stop, and we have some like very decorative fence placements with our rocks right here. I think this is our protons. Yeah. And we have like a little rest area for our Cryolophosaurus. Our guests can exit the vehicles, just rest a little bit, and then get back in another vehicle somewhere else. Then we have our herbivore enclosure. One of our herbivore enclosures, we have a lot of them. The waterfall with the bridge and all that stuff, so it's kind of cool. For the hotel, we have our entrance for our tour. See the lag coming because of all the decorations being placed, right? With our with our viewing little stands with our binoculars, where they can go and look at our Proceratosaurus over here, or they can look over here to look at our herbivores. Then we have another herbivore enclosure over there, a part of our tour, where they can have like a little rest stop where they can, you know, stay at the hotel, go in the rest area, or go on a safari tower. Then we have two enclosures right here for our baryonyx, which has like a hotel overlook, and then our Metrocanthosaurus right here, kind of just hidden in our tall grass. Then we have our main little visitor area right here, with an area back here for like some binoculars as well that looks over into this herbivore enclosure. And then we have our landing pad, which also has balloon transport right next door that takes you over here. But our balloons are kind of broken on this side right here. Wait, they're working. Moving through. Huh. This wasn't working before. They've been weird. The balloons are weird. Because they're using the same like mechanics as the like vehicles on the ground. So if there's something blocking their path or if there's a tall cliff, they won't move. That's why it's struggling. That's why we saw one of our balloons over here, like fighting nightmares in our aviary, right? Because they're trying to get over the rocks, but they can't get over the rocks, and they're like really trying to. But yeah, this whole area is we like utilized every single part of this, which is nice. This is really amazing, actually. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today. Um, Tuesday is going to be a new series. I don't know what it's going to be. Again, I'm looking towards something um in a different biome, so I'm going to try to pick a suggestion that is not tropical for the Tuesday's videos. Thursday we will be releasing our full rebirth build. I am going to be trying to do something different with that editing style there. I'm not going to make it like a like 12 hours long. I'm not going to make it like a 12-hour long video. I'm going to try to keep it within an hour and a half at the most. So there's going to be a lot of parts cut out, a lot of explanations not there that were in the actual videos themselves. Um, it's more so like in highlights, so you guys can like actually see certain parts of it and like see the important parts of it, and I'll just re-explain everything. So the video itself is going to be completely different with like the voiceover. So I'll be doing that. So stay tuned for Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. And again, Saturday and Sunday, I will be doing streams at 10:30 a.m. Saturday is going to be an entirely new streaming series. So we're going to get to that. You can see our balloon right there. Our balloon right there is having issues. That's what I was talking about. Kind of like sideways and tilted. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you guys want to join the Discord, it is in the description below or it is pinned to the chat. And I will see you guys on Tuesday.